Let us talk about the skills needed for modern malware analysis and the job roles involving malware analysis. When we talk about job roles, one of the job roles is threat analysis roles, which can be with the SOC analyst, threat hunters, incident responders. Another kind of job roles is into anti-malware product development, which include development of antivirus, EDRs, sandboxes, IDS, IPS. The skills required for these job roles can be basic malware analysis, reverse engineering, malware development, system programming, malware forensics, and detection engineering. So, what is the task of a malware analyst in the threat analysis teams, which can be a SOC analyst, threat hunter, or an incident responder? So, this kind of roles can be there in financial institution, government institution, IT companies, or IT departments of non-IT organizations. Their task is to identify the malware, identify alerts related to the malware, identify the malware binary, extract the binary, and use it for further analysis, and send the malware to the EDR or AV vendor after minimal analysis in case the malware is not detected by the AV or the EDR. To perform this kind of activity, the analyst should have knowledge about techniques used by the malware. They should have knowledge about malware forensics, which includes memory forensics. Next is also they have to carry out some basic malware analysis. They are required to analyze malware and find what it does and create a report for that malware. So for this also they require some basic malware analysis and basic reverse engineering skills. And they are sometimes required to add detection for the malware. They can do that by writing Yara rules or writing the Sigma rules. So for this, they require skills like basic malware analysis and basic reverse engineering skills. So let us talk about what is the task of a malware analyst in anti-malware product development companies like McAfee, Symantec, CrowdStrike, SentinelOne. So the anti-malware product development organization, they have an anti-malware engine, which is fed with the content or rules. So basically a malware analyst working here, they need to identify the detection gaps. They need to identify um, malwares which are evading the anti-malware product. Their work is to analyze the malware and find the reason for the evasion and discover new techniques used in the malwares. Also, their work is to develop the content or signature for the anti-malware engine. They are required to add detection for the latest malwares to the engine, fix false positives. They are also required to write blogs and white papers on new malwares and the new techniques used in malwares, new malware campaigns, and APT attacks. So basically, to execute this kind of activity, they are required to have basic malware analysis skills and advanced reverse engineering skills as well. When it comes to product development, sometimes malware analysts are required to create proof of concept of feature to improve detection and which they can provide it to the product development teams. And they often work closely with the product development teams to create new detection technologies which can enhance the product. So for this kind of work, they should have deep understanding of the operating system internals. They should have knowledge of programming. They should understand the operating system APIs. They should know things like kernel driver programming. So let us talk about what are the basic malware analysis skills. Basic malware analysis skills includes OS fundamentals, like the analyst should know about the directories, the registry, or other configurations in the operating system. They should have knowledge about operating networking, like the networking protocols. They should be able to analyze PCAPs. They should be able to analyze different file formats like Microsoft Word document, PowerShell. They should be able to carry out analysis using tools like Procmon, Wireshark, and Process Explorer and Process Hacker. They should be able to carry out static and dynamic analysis. The tools they should know is Wireshark, Procmon, Process Hacker, Process Explorer, Trade, Yara, Strings, Bintext, FakeNet, and many other tools. Now let us talk about some advanced malware analysis skills, which includes the reverse engineering. So reverse engineers should know the computer architecture. They should know about different kind of computer architectures like x86, x64, ARM. They should know about the assembly language used by this architecture. They should have fair knowledge of Windows operating system internals. They should have knowledge of the operating system architecture. They should have knowledge of the operating system APIs. They should have some basic knowledge about system programming. They should have knowledge of some of the algorithms which are most frequently used by malwares. Like for an example, the encryption algorithms like RC4 used by malwares, and the tools which are required for uh, the advanced malware analysis, which is reverse engineering, is Ghidra, IDA Pro, x64 debugger, OLI debugger. So also malware analysts have to deal uh, the diverse with the diversity of the samples in malwares today. So malwares today are created with different objectives, like uh, they have objective of extracting ransom, they have objective of stealing information, and these malwares are created using different programming languages like VC++, Microsoft.NET, and the malwares are created with the objective of targeting various operating systems like Windows, Linux, which are running on different processors like Intel or ARM. So you can say a Mirai botnet is a malware created using C++ for Linux operating system running on ARM processor. Similarly, Stop ransomware is created using .NET for Windows OS running on Intel processor. So if you want to analyze malwares today, you should have fair understanding of various technologies like the languages used to create malwares, the operating system which are targeted by malwares, and uh, the architectures on which the operating systems are running like Intel or ARM. Also, you should have knowledge of various techniques implemented in malwares like persistence, lateral movement, token impersonation, data exfiltration, and many more. So here is my training: malware, reverse engineering, basic to advanced with detection engineering, which starts from the fundamentals. It covers some 100 plus Win32 APIs. It teaches you to read disassembly using Ghidra, IDA Pro, x64 debugger. It will teach you to reverse engineer complex malwares like ransomwares. It will teach you to reverse engineer malwares written in .NET, VC++, and you would gain capability to write detection tools, write Ghidra scripts, and you'll also learn internals of antivirus, EDRs, and would be able to write some basic components of these softwares. Also, you'll get uh, tips to clear interviews, malware analysis interviews, and reverse engineering interviews.